Idea of freedom, individuality, the pursuit of happiness.
Right, but American culture is so much more than that, right?
Of course. Don't forget, the U.S. is a nation of immigrants. It's incredibly diverse.
Yeah, that diversity is reflected in everything: food, music, literature, art.
And don't underestimate the impact of technology, the internet, social media.
It's constantly evolving, right?
It is a blend of tradition and innovation, conformity and rebellion.
It's like the US is always reinventing itself, trying to find that balance between its history and the future. We've covered so much ground, but what else is there to explore?
Well, we've barely touched on the U.S. political system, its relationship with race and identity, its role in global affairs. There's so much more to uncover.
Okay, I'm hooked. Lead the way.
All right, let's dive into the heart of American governance,
Hmm.
the political system. It's this fascinating blend of history, democratic ideals, and a little bit of, let's face it, pragmatic compromise.
It sounds kind of like a balancing act.
It is, in many ways. One thing that makes it unique is its structure as a federal republic.
Okay, break that down for me.
So you have power divided between the national government and the individual states. Think of it like a multi-layered cake,
Oh, I like that analogy.
right? Each layer with its own responsibilities.
So it's not just everything dictated from Washington, D.C.
Nope. The Founding Fathers were wary of centralized power. They wanted the states to have autonomy.
But that's going to lead to some tension, right? I mean, throughout history.
Oh, absolutely. That balance of power is a constant source of debate.
Makes sense. And then at the federal level, there's that whole system of checks and balances.
Right. So no single branch of government gets too powerful.
Yeah, remind me how that works again.
Okay, so you got the legislative branch, Congress, they make the laws. Then there's the executive branch, the president, they enforce the laws. And then you have the judicial branch. With the Supreme Court at the top, they interpret the laws.
And make sure everything's constitutional.
Exactly. It's a pretty ingenious system, actually.
It is, but the Constitution is over 200 years old. Does it still hold up today?
That's a question that people are always asking.
Right.
I mean, it's been amended 27 times,
Wow.
so clearly it's adapted.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's constant debate about its interpretation, how it applies to modern issues.
So it's a living document,
Right,
basically.
exactly. It's not just sitting on a shelf gathering dust.
That's cool. So, okay, let's talk about the two big elephants in the room: Democrats and Republicans.
Ah, yes, the two-party system.
They dominate everything, right? Like, is there even room for anyone else?
Well, technically, yes. Third parties do exist. They might not win major elections, but they can influence the conversation.
Yeah, they bring up issues the big parties might ignore.
Exactly. It's a way for those other voices to be heard.
Okay, so it's not totally a closed system.
Not completely. Now, we can't talk about the U.S. political system without talking about race and identity.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's been such a defining